What's up, guys? This is Mad Squash 924 here. Welcome back to Call of Cthulhu Part 3. This is the third part of our Let's Play, and we are just exploring the edge of these docks here, since we are trying to explore as much as we can before we actually progress forward into Warehouse 36 itself.
St. Brendan.
Some occult stuff.
Patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Interesting. Now, we did get something of that in our journal here. Let's just find out where. Occult. St. Brendan. Does the patron saint of whales and whalers still protect the sailors of dark water? Visibly, there were other gods before the other St. Brendan, and their worshippers did not seem to be of this opinion. The locals still worship the old saint, but a mark was made on the statue by another cult. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. Huh. At least we're learning some occult things, because we're not entirely inept to occultism now, which is good. This is what we want. We want to actually learn more about said things, at least in this run-through of the game, because I think it's curious. It's good to know and understand certain circumstances that happened. Alright, let's go. However, we couldn't get into that one room, and we couldn't actually figure out what was up with the orca, even though we can assume some bad shit happened, you know? So that's the warehouse, from what I understand, but there's other things to look at. And talk to. So it just makes sense that we do that, you know? And look around. Hello.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
What are you talking about? I only looked at it and jotted down a couple notes.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
Just the situation that's been going on about here, you know? But I am curious about
Two
this.
guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Well, we know who Cat is, but we'll say this anyways.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Right. So you don't have any work? Is this where you live?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Oh, he was desecrated. That's unfortunate.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Well,
Isn't it
that's
a bit
nice.
early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
And drink you do.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Bye-bye. Desecrated the statue. I mean, we jotted down some notes of the statue. We didn't actually desecrate it. It's kind of rude that they even mentioned that.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
What's in here?
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Interesting.
Who's this guy?
Hello,
No
gentlemen.
idea. You better keep it shut.
Why, we don't have a clear conscience.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Okay. Ooh, we could just we can screw with them. Let's investigate their activities. Who does this belong to? Okay, we got a lot of options here.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Right.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
So this is
Cat.
Cat's house.
She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Okay.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Okay, I do. So this must
I
be the
bid you,
warehouse. I thought the
gentlemen,
other side was the warehouse. And unless that's also it, let's just go on the other side real quick. I thought this is the warehouse, but maybe I'm wrong. You know? And who the hell are you? You're different. I didn't expect to even see more newcomers.
Where do you think you're going?
You know.
I'm not
The
here
warehouse?
to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
Right.
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
What's the difference between a police officer and a private detective?
A badge?
Exactly. Apart from that piece of metal, there's nothing that sets us apart.
You think so?
We're looking for the same thing, you and I.
Okay, spare me the next verse. I'll tell you what I know. There are sailors who think that there's a beast prowling around the docks. Then again, these guys panic at the thought of bringing a rabbit onto a boat, so...
I see.
That's fair.
And there are others who would like to use the warehouses for their goods.
That's fine.
Okay. And I guess that's the extent of our conversation we're gonna have with him, I suppose. There was other options, of course, but perhaps it's not important. So I also thought this was the other side of the warehouse, but maybe I'm mistaken, and this is not also part of the warehouse. Like right here, I thought this was the warehouse. Am I wrong? Find hidden items. The spot hidden skill allows you to detect hidden items at close range. Okay, and I couldn't read that at all. Whatever. So this is the warehouse. What the? I'm distraught because this is clearly the warehouse.
It looks
Right?
like there's a way in under this grate.
Clearly. How good is our spotting? Not very good. Not when I don't know what I'm looking for. Okay,
A
there's
handle.
lever,
It must come from these old winches.
apparently. So, do we have to go over there, perhaps? So we do have to go on the other side, regardless, it seems. That would defer
A
to,
whale
right?
vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
It's hard to see, but I guess he can see it real good. So I guess... Oh, we have a light? Hit that with the A button I did. Is there any way to turn it off? Oh, what's this? Ratchet device. This part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft
This
without
ratchet
risk.
device seems to be usable.
Do we put it on here? Perhaps not. Yeah, it's Y button. Okay. Perhaps there's more that needs to be located. We'll take one good look around. I don't know when it tells us we have all the items. You know? If at all. I assume there's more. Or maybe it's up above. Okay. Let's go the other side. We'll go and lie and say, it was cat. We also go into here. We'll go into our inventory. There we go. Unlock said items. A lot of back and forth thus far. Okay. Let's go tell these people that Cat told us to
What's
let us
with you
in.
wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soak. Go die.
Yes. Yes, you did.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't...
What's with you wandering around here like...
We saw you go...
Remind me what you're doing. You're really scared of Cat.
I bid you gentle.
Interesting.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Perhaps I can go and snitch Cat.
Shysters, you're crazy.
Yeah, you shysters. I'll kill you. I'm gonna go snitch the Cat and see if she even cares. I don't think she will.
I told you to beat it.
Nope, she doesn't give a shit. She too high and mighty for us. Okay. So I guess we do gotta go back inside the little... on this half of the warehouse. Maybe I missed something. Yeah, because we can't go that way. Okay. While we're in, supposedly... Can we cut said rope with our rope? Wishful thinking, but apparently not. There's no interactable with it. Ah! A ladder! Wow, that was hidden. There we go. Actually. There we go, look at
I
this.
could use this
is what
old
we
winch
want.
to lift the grating.
Alright, so we mount the handle or mount the ratchet device. Oh, the ratchet device and then the handle. There we go. Unless we're missing more pieces. Are we missing more pieces? Impossible. It just says leave. How does one get over there? We can't, there's no jump button, but I forgot we have the lean. What else could be of use? Okay. Can't believe I didn't see this ladder. It's so dark in here, you know? Can we use this? No. Ah!
It should be
A
possible to
cogwheel.
mount
It's
this
a-
cogwheel on the winch.
The cogwheel is a part of the mechanism. We shall put the thingy on the thing. There we go.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to
Good.
do is turn this handle.
Turn that shit. Progression at its finest. It's too bad. I wanted to get on that side through the warehouse. I wanted to find out what was over there. Maybe there was some cool notes or something. I'm not sure what was over there, you know. But it does say we have all the items needed to be collected. Why is it so freaking green down here? What? Yeah, I'd say so. This isn't good.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Yeah. And I hope it's not flammable if I light my match. That'd be pretty awkward, wouldn't it? Oh, this doesn't go any farther. Doesn't seem to be toxic, thankfully. Well, not toxic, flammable. Good. I like how I test it out, just to make sure. Don't trust this. Oh god, what the shit's going on? Oh, it touched my leg. No light. Well, that's not normal. What? Okay. Pierce. Did we get a point of anything? Of course not. Our sanity's getting down to shitter though. The submerged city. Okay, we are still stable, it says. Confident in your abilities and your partisan mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions and perceptions of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. So our sanity good. While investigating the Hawkins warehouse, Pierce entered a partially submerged tunnel that ran under the docks. There, something took hold of his arm and tried to drag him beneath the surface. Drowning, the detective caught a glimpse of human and animal bodies, as well as an underground city. Pierce managed to make it back to the surface to discover that, rather than tentacles, it was a seaweed that had wrapped itself around his arm. The visions nevertheless disturbed him by its clarity and its violence. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say I'd be kind of messed up if that happened to me. Just saying. But maybe it's the toxins. The toxins are causing the hallucinations, perhaps? But one cannot be sure. What's this?
This is primitive.
It is. We didn't get anything out of that, did we? Nope. Ooh. Are we on the other side? I would like to think so. Where are we? Okay, I know where we are. Looks like we're gonna be able to make it in after all. Oh, can we go over on this side? Is there anything crazy over here? Nope.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is
I
the
mean, it
connection
stinks.
between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out, dum-dum. It is dark, though. Okay, we got a new skill, new CP point. What do we want to invest it in? 6 points, 4 points, 4, 6 points. Yeah. Maybe our... about our eloquence. There we go. I don't want to exactly jump. Is there nothing up here? I guess not. To enter a reconstruction seed, hold the left and right triggers together. That's great. I just want to see what's around first before I do that. If I can. Maybe I can't. Screw it. Ooh, that's bright. Okay. We're in investigation mode. What do we have here? My big brain time.
What happened here?
Somebody is cutting themselves. They punched the glass, punched the mirror. Bleeding. Profusely. Okay.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Okay, maybe it's their kid. Right? I don't know.
Whoever hid it here seems to worship Sarah Hawkins. What just happened? Did I imagine?
Imagine what? Imagine what? That it moved?
Can't
Who
sleep.
knows?
I know how that feels. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
I mean, this individual does,
It
apparently.
smells as bad as it looks.
Like macaroni and cheese? Maybe. Is that everything?
The petite
Nope.
Parisian. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
Someone. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, new clue memorized. Hawkins warehouse. Let's check that out. We also gain a CP out of that, which is very good. Again, let's invest it into this, I want to say. I think that might come in handy. Clues. The Hawkins warehouse. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, a photograph and press cutting. But it is the discovery of a partially charred painting, recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion, that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. Great. You gotta love it. I guess this is the way out. No, it's not. Alright, can we actually find something of use, though, that we can use? This is a door to get out of here, but... is there anything else? That's a weird painting. I don't like it. And there's no close-up. I guess I could crouch. Yep, it's them. Alright, let's get out of here. There's nothing actually here then.
Someone has settled in here.
Oh, fuck.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You!
Hi!
Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Great. Here we go. Let's team up. Someone else is interested in. This case is far from being wound up. Okay. Let's team up.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
Let me guess. It was in the Hawkins mansion.
Precisely. You can still see the burn marks. There's no doubt about it. I must admit that you seem fairly competent. But I can't allow you to stay here.
I've seen enough. It's the Hawkins mansion that interests me now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail. I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
I saw it.
Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it.
Okay.
Her again.
Oh, shit.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
I'm sure we will.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
Not yet. Oh,
That's the
Big
Hawkins
place.
mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
wonderful. The garden of the Hawkins mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprising signs of recent occupation, as well as a partially charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion, even though it appeared that we did fail our actual skill check. But it seemed to work out in the end anyways, thankfully. And I'm guessing it's because we discovered everything that was in the room. I think it's also funny to mention that I assumed the officers already checked the whole scene of the crime, right? Like the whole warehouse. So it's just funny to think that all of a sudden that means the painting must have suddenly just gotten there within as of late. It's that where the cops here are very incompetent, but it's one of the two. Let's see where this takes us. Enter the madness.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
Sheesh. It's like a ghost house.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Okay, we have a lot of information here. That is very curious. Why is she still here? Or he?
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
No, I want some information. I would like all this information, actually.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I mean, it's apparently easy to slip under their noses considering the fact that we already did it.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped
Apparently.
in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Don't worry, I'm gonna keep badgering you. It's fun this way.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Right. Let us
Night
go.
falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Sure. I don't see any reason
Why
not
not?
to.
You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Okay. Before we do that, let us check in here, because we have his file now, it seems. Inhabitants. Officer Bradley. He's 37 years old, and he's a police officer. Also, it's funny to mention that during some of the cutscenes, it just dawned to me that he was the one that had his face carved to have a wider smile on the left side. Which is odd, considering he's a cop. So they obviously don't give a shit about the cops here much. This head cop likes order and justice. He's no great sleuth, but he seems more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth in the Hawkins case. The inhabitants of the island seem to be friendly with him. He could help me in my investigation. And the Hawkins Mansion Gardens. The Hawkins Mansion is perched at the top of a steep cliff. The abandoned gardens harbors the graves of Hawkins family and the only old caretaker, Silas Winchester, still roams this bleak spot. He protects it fiercely and still puts flowers on the graves of his old masters. It's a gloomy place. And that it is. And we don't have any more of these points. So I think this is where we're probably going to end today's episode. Hope you all enjoyed today's episode of Call of Cthulhu. On the next episode, we are going to explore the Hawkins Mansion and see what things roam about inside. And I don't know where the hell Officer Bradley's going, but he's going off on his own. If you guys liked today's episode, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you guys think of today's episode. And if you're new to my channel, or if you watched me for a while but you haven't done so for any reason, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquash924. And don't forget to ring the bell to get notified of my latest videos that are coming out. And I'll talk to you all in the next episode. Talk to you later and see you all in the next one. Bye bye.